Okay, so finger tightening, we want to make sure that there's plenty of rotation without resistance as much as possible, and that it's not loose side to side. So we've got that pretty well adjusted. There's a little bit of play there, and sometimes that just means it needs to be worked out. So what I mean by working it out is it needs to go around and around a couple of times. So pushing on this, remember this left side's reverse threaded, so righty tighty would make it loose, so lefty loosey would make it tight. So I'm going to push on this little slot with my screwdriver to tighten it, and there it goes. Just a little bit. That was a little bit of a turn, a little bit more of a turn there. So we are working to get the play out. Sometimes a little persuasion helps. And a little bit more. And we're almost there. There we go. Okay. Now after a week of riding this, we're going to want to check the adjustment. Tighten this part down. Okay, now it's a little bit tight. So we want this inside part with the slots, that's got the race against the ball bearings, to come away from the ball bearings. So it needs to come out this way. So that was tightening it. So this way to the right should be loosening it. And it'll push against the nut that I just tightened. Much better. Okay, so that's good enough for now. Again, we're going to ride it, and then we're going to adjust it some more once the chain's on it, and it gets to kind of break itself in. So it's spinning, and it's not loose. So now we're going to show you how to align the fork and the handlebars. And I showed this to someone the other day. They really liked it, so I hope you'll like it too. So, in order to get those squared up, just like that, and you can see that that's square. So then the next part is to tighten this top nut, so then the handlebars won't move. And I'll go get my tool, and we'll get that taken care of here. Just a minute. All right, so those two key elements on the build are important at that stage before we proceed any further in getting the stem lined up with the fork. That means this plane is parallel with this plane. So what this is doing is tightening that long threaded bolt that goes into that wedge. The wedge is being pulled into the stem, and the steer tube of the fork to make a friction fit. We tighten this down enough so that the handlebars in relation to the front wheel and the fork doesn't move, but if you did take a crash, then it could move without breaking anything. And we're going to double check our alignment before I put the final twist on it. Now, of course, that's assuming that the fork is not bent and the handlebars are not bent and that the floor is flat. Okay, so there was a little bit of movement. So now we are square and tightening it. There we go. All right, so until next time, thanks for watching.